Welcome back to the Hell Creek Park Builder. Today we're going to get started on our Horseshoe Canyon section of the park. For this, I'm going to want viewing platforms, I think. So let's get started on that. And that'll have to run before we do any fossil expeditions, because we only have the one logistics guy. Do I want to change that? I mean, it doesn't hurt to window shop, right? Just genetics, so we'll leave it be. Anything else worth doing here? Most of the gene mods that we want are clear. Or really all the gene mods we want are clear. So there's probably not much. Nothing left in medicine. We can think about animals. Let's do that. So... all the Ceratopsians are go. We want Anki at some point, but all the prereqs for Anki are done as far as we can get them. Sauropods we could push, because we need to get to Alamo eventually, which is the full tree. So that's one. The other one would be Rex. So let's get this out of the way, I guess, first. Okay. And yeah, this is our Horseshoe Canyon area. It is shaped like a horseshoe. And I may try to make it a canyon. We'll take it very literally. Planning for this to be the herbivore sector, at least currently. We may evaluate a different layout depending on size, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to go ahead and get that laid out. Well, I guess these researches are both quick. So that's medium carnivores, and then towers coming in. So yeah, let's get the tower first and lay out around the tower. Yeah, I don't even know what the dinosaur variety in D&D is like these days. I mean, back when I played, it was like a handful of options. So Malta doesn't have a tower, right? I don't think so. I think we'll go with this one. This is the JP one, I think. But yeah, I forgot these aren't arcs like they are in JWE1. They're actual spots. So in that case, we actually do kind of want a hatchery here too, though. Okay, let's see if I can just sneak a hatchery here. What is it doing to the fence? Oh, the fence has like physics that causes it to droop, I think. It just does weird shit. Oh, I think it's like the connecting pieces. Oh, that's not going to work for me. That's, yeah, okay. So the fence, I see how this works. This fence actually has physics to it. Yeah, and it droops the cable between the connections. But if you put the hatchery in here, then suddenly the connection is so long that it goes underground. This is Horseshoe Canyon. This is going to be Pachyrhinosaurus, Hypacrosaurus. What else goes on here? Saurolophus. Albertosaurus. Actually, if I put this in here, it kind of fixes it, right? Because it puts in another... Yeah. Okay. So I think I can roll with the cable fence. I think that is okay. Next question, actually. What do I do about a gate at this point? It's kind of a problem. Okay, so, okay, new plan. We need a long, narrow hatchery. There's no other options. JP aesthetic one is probably the best bet. Okay, now we put in the viewing gallery on this side. I could have probably moved some of this, but it's fine. Oh yeah, look at all the room for activities on this side now. Huge. Yeah, Pachyrhino doesn't get used in enough builds. It gets used more these days because it's a canon animal now. Well, I mean, it always was, but like an animal that we actually have more canon information about, I guess you could say. Okay. Yeah, I think I just slapped this gate down there. Okay. Great. There's the herbivore sector. So the big thing is the whole point of doing this was to get expeditions going, and I got caught in the weeds on building. So question: where is Hypacrosaurus? Hypacrosaurus is Horseshoe A. Is it only Horseshoe A? Appears to be. Let's do Hypac first. We'll get the modded animal in. That leaves us with welfare, so yeah, nothing to do there. All right, here's our first batch of fossils. Bunch of Hypacrosaurus amber, and is there a mathematical way to optimize this? No. So I guess we process 3 amber chunks. And then I have to put my logistics person right on break before we go and do another dig. Cool. Here's what we're looking at so far with the Horseshoe Canyon Formation Island. We've got the, you know, all this squeezed in here decently. Managed to fit the 3 amenities in. Extra hotel, bathroom, shelter, power, and then the ranger facilities are currently back here. They kind of kept getting pushed backwards as they like rebuilt and redesigned. But since we'll have another exhibit down here, these are actually pretty centrally located for both wings of the Horseshoe, so I don't hate it. I think it's fine. Okay, Hypacrosaurus, pretty close to done. Looks like we probably do need to do one more expedition, though. So we'll send that out as soon as we can. All right, storm rolling in as we work on... Oh, the guy is rested. Hold on, before this storm gets any further. All right, so... I guess Hypacro's done. Because I don't... Yeah, it was this dig site. Here we go. I don't know if there's another Hypacro dig site. And I couldn't tell. We have enough fossils left that we couldn't do the little preview to see if it was truly complete. I think it is. So Pachyrhino Alberto. So that takes 2, but that's fine. I'm okay sending these guys out together. Nah, I think Tembo living is good. Good actor, interesting character, somebody you want to leave the option to like bring back later. What did we lose down here? We lost the monorail. Okay, and then that's just the gate. Yes, gate was fixed. Okay. Okay, so Hypacro's not done. Where else is Hypacrosaurus from? I have no earthly idea where this would be. Is there like an Asian equivalent? Huh. Mexico. Yeah, nothing down south that I can see. That's Dunk. I might have to go check the mod page. Curious. Let's do that. Alright, the mystery of the Hypacrosaurus is unresolved. Working theory, it's in a different dig site that is locked because it's a different research node we haven't done in base game. And we'll see if that's true or not if it unlocks later, if we find it. So we're going to do this batch of fossils here with the Hypacros. And we're going to breed one enough to get them out of their social, you know, issues or whatever. However many we need, right? If social 4, we'll breed 5 of the like partial genome ones. And then we'll breed more later. And that's just how we're going to handle that. So then we're going to Pachyrhino and Alberto alongside each other. We'll just keep tunneling those. We got a disease-free contract, which is currently ticking down for a little bit extra money. So that is also great. And I'm not going to worry about optimizing these shops until we have dinosaurs in this part. We should do one of those, though. And maybe one of these? I feel like advanced scanners never does anything, but I don't know. Whatever. Alright, so we're now processing another batch here. Actually, no, we're not, because I want to get the Hypacros. This will be quicker. So, synthesizing a Hypacrosaurus with partial genome. 86%. That's fine. Good year. Gambia favorite. Do I guess I still go for alpha, right? Like, why not? Jesus, 11? That's a lot. I probably can't get that much better. 10? Okay, maybe we try for 10. Pausing. So that leaves us with the situation that we need to deal with. So you're on expedition. You have no points. I don't really want to invest points in you. You know what? Another genetic specialist, maybe? I don't hate the idea of having 2. Oh, this one's nice and cheap. Oh, yeah, no. Come on, Lim. Get in here, buddy. Thanks, Lim. You got my back. So since we're using both anyway, we'll go ahead and put this point back in here. All right. 2 minutes to synth? What is this thing based on? That's like, that feels really long. We'll actually probably have the expedition back before that's done, right? Sure wish the timers would work. 1 minute 40, 1 minute. Not quite, but close. Oh yeah, also, since it's Horseshoe Canyon, I made a nice canyon exhibit. Although I ended up pushing down even further for this kind of like seawall vibe, which I think is kind of fun. This is making me think of like The Expanse. Good stuff. Okay, so these are social 4, min pop 4. We got 5, we're gonna take all 5. And hopefully, you know what? I'm sure we can hatch 5. I'm sure that doesn't crash the game, right? These are just a Hadrosaur. They shouldn't have like an animation glitch issue, logically. No reason to think that. Iguanodon could be. Iguanodon's like a batch of 4, though, right? Maybe I should save before I incubate these, just in case. Probably a good habit to get into, of saving before incubating every new modded species for the first time. Because the Dromaeosaurus is definitely one where it'll crash the hatchery if you do the wrong amount. So it's possible. If I do you, then I can't do expeditions. Let's do you, then we can still do fossil. Do I want to specifically try to get Pachyrhino in? Sure. Oh, wait, this is a 6. Nah, whatever, it's fine. Let's just do this batch. It doesn't matter that much. We're not economically starved. We don't really need this animal to stay afloat or anything, so we can take our time. All right, and we got a hot. Why do the timers never work initially? 6 minutes on the Hypax, jeez. Eggs ain't done yet, but we do have another batch of fossils after resting. So if we get the Pachyrhino specifically, hit 70%-ish. Squeezing a little Alberto, which is actually going to be also 70%-ish. So they're probably just going to progress neck and neck. I want to get the Pachyrhino and Hypacro in here first. Get the herbivore exhibit sorted before starting the Albertos way down here, because I want to like balance out the shops a little bit first. But we'll do the Alberto pretty quick afterwards. All right, here's our Hypacrosaurus. Surprisingly high valued animal. Appeal in the 200s, comparable to Ankylosaurus. It's got that nice narrow dinosaur face that is missing from a lot of the Jurassic World designs, and Park for that matter. There's an interesting thing with these like skin textures that Master Duke does, where they're like, I don't know how to describe them. They feel pebbly, splotchy. It's kind of like his signature style. I don't know how I feel about it overall. Definitely like the profile of the animal. The color palette's nice. We've got Gambia as the base here, which is kind of the yellow, and then like the overlaid stripes and like Rana with the blue, and Pulcrana, which is more yellowy, like blends in differently. The blue stands out a little bit more. You see the blue outlining. He's got not a proper hoof like the Hadro had. Very base game, like Hadrosaur forelimb proportions, which is fine. Let's put some forest in over here, maybe at the end of the waterway. We'll have to move over and find it a little bit. And then the fiber, I don't know, we could like sprinkle the fiber down along the water at the bottom of the canyon area. Yeah, no crashes yet. So far, so good. We can release 5 of these guys at once, so no problems with that. I was just kind of mostly thinking trees in the distance, which is why I just kind of treed the whole back end in general. Although, I guess, yeah, we were kind of doing redwoods, so maybe we should just do redwoods. Let's pause here for a second and look at fossils, and then I'll redo the trees off video. Pachyrhinos. Lots of Pachyrhino. Okay. Almost done, Pachyrhino. Welfare specialist on break. And one more trip. Yeah, so we're still missing Albertosaurus, I guess. Maybe Pachyrhino's missing one, but I think it's going to be done. So, Pachyrhinosaurus is actually not done. It is 3% off. No, it's not. I'm lied because we have 2. Just kidding. Funny joke. You fell for it, fool. Let's process these. Yeah, I'll use the 7 because we got the other load coming in. I might as well split it up. And it looks like, yeah, we could actually get value from our shops if I would have bothered to set them up. So we should do that. Maybe, well, whatever. Yeah, okay. Pretty easy, just double green then. There's no other thought, not a thought to be had here on how to do it differently. I guess designer goods versus like t-shirts, but that also doesn't matter because these are so far above. Pachyrhino complete. Okay, pausing. Let's get those set up. Oh yeah, and let's check our ratings real quick with the Hypacros. So this is not accurate necessarily. Ratings are good though, 100%. Accommodation 97, bathroom 92. We can't fix this because there's just no space for another restroom where that's needed. It'll go down as we add more islands though. So we can put in a hotel, so we will do that. Way the fuck down here. Get me back to the animals actually. Pachyrhinosaurus. Doing this color with pattern and no pattern. $10. 11, 10. Leave it at 10, I think, right? Right. I guess it doesn't matter, actually, because I have 12, so I might as well just go higher. But it's fine. What is this icon? Like, this is a base game icon, of course, right? The modded creatures just use these. What animal is this supposed to be? Is this like Thanatos Dracon? Like, that icon is so awkward and weird. Like, what shape is this? Is it or is it an aquatic icon? Like, what is this animal? I don't remember. It's so weird looking. You don't see the icons in here, do you? No. Alright, short-lived unfit across the board. Not a big deal. None of these are a big deal. We'll take them all. Take your whole stock. 7 and 2. Sure. Pachyrhinosaurus is pretty cool. I'm a Styracosaurus enjoyer myself. Any dinosaur that has like curious anatomy quirks like Styracosaurus and Herrerasaurus really just like catches my interest. So like the weirdness with Styracosaurus frill ornamentation, like how there's different like arrangements. And it turned out that a bunch of animals that, you know, people thought were distinct species that were related to Styracosaurus are just actually Styracosaurus with weird frill shapes. Because the horns are like mobile when it's like growing, and then they kind of ossify into like weird arrangements sometimes, and you get like inward pointing ones and outward pointing ones. I think it's just neat. Let's just do the amenity contract.
Park needs support facilities like new buildings, restaurants.
But Pachyrhinosaurus with the whole nose boss is like very unique too. Very interesting. All right, Albertosaurus also just ready to go here. Yeah, Pachyrhinosaurus has kind of become like the Arctic ceratopsian, depicted a lot with that shaggy coat, but there's no evidence for the shaggy coat. It's become like a paleo meme, like the way Carnotaurus is almost always red or black in like almost all depictions. Yeah, I wonder if the modded icons thing, I wonder if this is because people are using like a handful of templates to make their animals, like to make their mods from. And like whoever originally made the template used like Brachy or Thanatos for that particular template. Because yeah, this one's Brachy. I guess that's the only other modded animal in the park currently. Wait a second. Wait, why is one Brachy and one Thanatos? I thought it was on a species by species basis. But this is the same species that switched icons. Okay, I don't understand how this works then. Never mind. Huh. Weird. I've never noticed that before. That bugs me. That's like so strange. Why would that ever happen? We're just not going to look at that anymore. It upsets me. Alright, Pachyrhinosaurus. Yeah, so with a nice green shade for these guys. The males should have patterns. Sorry, did we get like 5 females? Is that what we got here? Did I not properly select random? Nope, random favorite. We just rolled 5 females. That's fine. We won the coin flip 5 times, I guess. Whatever. Sure. Alright, we'll let them expand out. Get used to their new home. I like that he's got some little, like, Triceratops style osteoderms running around along the back in like parallel rows. That's fun. I like that. Never really noticed that before. I'm just noticing because it kind of stands out on the green. Alright, well you go do her thing. We'll breed another batch because I want to get the male in too. But we'll have to get them settled. We also could wait. So the third animal for Horseshoe Creek is Saurolophus. So it might be good to have Saurolophus in the park too before we breed any more of the existing animals, so that we can optimize like the enclosure a little bit. So when he's back from resting, we can do Alberto. I gotta build a pen for it. All right, Troodon Expedition. We're about at 3 stars. We probably get the 3 stars off of Albertosaurus, and then we get Saurolophus. And we keep working on Horseshoe, but we might as well do something in the meantime. So I might as well get as much Troodon as I can. All right, we're in the middle of a big disease outbreak. Tuberculosis going crazy. How's this contract still here? It's done. Cabot, please, take it away.
Give yourself a pat on the back.
I guess they have to talk first, specifically, is what triggers it being removed from the UI, which is insane. Growing the collection. Yes. Maybe? This is not the good one. I think we still take it. If it sucks, we just... whatever. 75 animals? 9 more? I mean, I guess. Okay, a little bit of Troodon. But Albertosaurus is the priority. So, what did I pick for Alberto? That is the real question here. What is my JWE1 Alberto? Yes, true. Mangrove JWE1 Alberto with random patterns. Male and female, I don't know which one's which. Yes, okay. Uh, 13 genetics. 7, 5, sure. Go, guys. Big ticket boy. You want to break. That leaves us with our welfare person, which means, yeah, let's go look. Oh, look at that. Tuberculosis vaccine. It's about time. Do I... Nope, can't commit the logistics point. So we'll have to wait till after the synthesis to do that, maybe. Seriously? You're dying? You're dying. That's not great. Get over there. Help the ones that are dying. Do some triage, man. Go, please, sir. Ma'am, whoever. Whoever is driving. Yeah, this is sorted over here. Oh my god, and it came back. Blah. We're close. One more. Please. Okay. So yeah, we need to do that inoculation whenever we can. Let's run some power down here. I'm thinking maybe we run this out to the edge and then run it over. Does that reach the fence? Nice. Nice. Snuck it in. Oh yeah, we need another hotel too. I could actually put it in like here. This can be our Albertosaurus hotel. Because we'll probably need more amenities anyway. Yeah, okay, I'm down for that. Presumably a shelter and bathroom are in order. That's kind of an incredible spot for a bathroom. Car should still maneuver past that just fine. Stop, Storm. You're not allowed. Get out of here. Be gone. Leave me. Stop. Okay, aggressive, social, humble. Strong, aggressive, humble, aggressive. Extra patterns 17, 17, and 17. None of them randomized. I could leave behind the strong, aggressive, humble. Just take 2. I think I'm just going to do a pair of Albertos. 7, 8, 9, 10. I do want to do the inoculation, but I think we'll do it after. Because, like, we just had the outbreak, right? It's probably fine. What did we lose? We lost an amenity. We lost another amenity. We lost power. Wait, where is it? This one? Yeah, okay. The Albertosaurus being strong is pretty bad. Well, no problem, because we're not taking his ass, so... that worked out. Yeah, these will get capped out. I think we'll definitely end up putting in a second set of amenities, but I'm going to wait till the Albertos are actually out here. We can get the Ranger vehicles and stuff sorted. Sure hope that's the right one. Six? Okay. Cool. Alright, 3 minutes. Alright, so let's do some research while we wait for the eggs to hatch. We're going to push towards cats, I guess. Kind of an arbitrary selection. We do need to do the or the Sauropods too, so maybe we should be pushing this line up towards Alamo. But that's 4 stars anyway. Like, it kind of doesn't matter which one we do first. Okay, Albertos are flying over now. Let's go back to working on digging up Troodon, I guess. And now that we got the welfare people back, let's get tuberculosis removed forever, so we never have to deal with this crap again. Sure. Yeah, we'll send this group out. And then we could do the Kets prereq, I guess. Might as well. Well, I have the 2 geneticists on standby. I might as well have them work on the expensive one. And then when we're processing fossils, we can do the easy ones with just one of the 2. It's a decently fun little exhibit. Like, I never really considered using the lagoons to allow you to sink down the walls like this. It's kind of neat. Like, it's like a concrete moat. It'd be nice if we could actually do this. Because the original park had concrete moats, but you can't even replicate that in-game. Are you eating? Finally. Good. He was bugged, but he's fixed now. I think this would be a female. Because the stripes don't stand out as much as when they're ringed by the blue. So this would be the male. If you were wondering. Alright, Alberto's missing prey. Yes, I did put down a meat feeder because I am dumb. True. Whoopsies. I do that so often, I don't even know how I do that half the time. I literally sometimes think I'm being gaslit by the game and I am clicking live prey and just a meat feeder is showing up. Alright, JWE1 Albertosaurus. With some different colors thrown in there. Some blue splotches. I feel like this might have been the male design, so we might have a pair of males. I'm sure nothing bad will come of that. They definitely won't, like, kill each other fighting, right? I mean, they won't, but conceptually. Okay, that's enough rock. How about a few more for good measure, you know? You can never have too many rocks. My mother used to always say, rock good. So yeah, they got plenty of space. We could cut this down, actually. Or put out more. Oh, is it not even, like, optimal alpha? Oh yeah, no, this is without the good alpha even. Interesting. Okay. Thinking. What if we just did something like this? And this would be part of the Atrociraptor pen eventually. I kind of don't like it. I kind of like these like enclosed sections like this. I think we'll leave it like this. No, we support gay sex on this stream, so it's fine. You do you is the motto. But not you can't do you on Twitch. Okay, so Troodon mostly complete. Styrac is not valuable to us at all, but we'll throw it in there. We're gonna clear something out. You do this. Yeah, so Ketz is completely done. So we'll start working on Sauropods, I guess. Put you on this. Did we not actually hit 3 stars yet? No, we haven't. Oh, there's no amenities on that side of town. Right. Yes. Let's dig up. Let's just start a Troodon expedition. I'm not in a rush to do one of the other animals, so I might as well just do this one. And that leaves us with a bunch of welfare, and there's nothing else for us to do in that department because the medicine is completed. What about... Ah, lagoons, actually. Just kidding. Then I can actually replace lagoon tiles if I fuck up. Perfection. Alright, amenities. Mediums. They are needed. Kind of got like a big area back here that I'm not using. Which is not ideal. I'm not sure what we would do to optimize that. Maybe I don't worry about it that much. That's maybe something to worry about as we use up more of the island. We'll just go with vibes, and then we get the Atrociraptors in, and then we make adjustments. Because if the Atrociraptors, and like the Atrociraptors are modded, so we don't know if they're going to need like base game requirements. So we just kind of got to release them and see what happens. And if we end up in a situation where we need to adjust things to make them work, then we worry about optimizing the space more, right? Maybe we snake these back, the path comes down like this, and like we expand over here with the Atrociraptor paddock. We'll see. This is currently where I'm planning to put it. And it can obviously also stretch around here. It could be like this, a little boomerang thing. Yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't hate the idea of doing more Albertosaurus too. Honestly, with how good the territory is, maybe we do 2 females, throw them in here. We have a nice couple of couples. Okay, there's our 3 stars. So, Anzu, Saurolophus. Oh, weird. Dakotaraptor requires the incubation and release of Velociraptor. What the fuck kind of research requirement is that, mod author? Why does that make any sense? I guess we'll just do that rather than edit the mod. So Anzu going into the park. Saurolophus going in next. Then yeah, Dakotaraptor is dependent on us getting Velociraptor apparently. But Velociraptor shares a research node with Atrociraptor anyway. Oh, they're unlocked automatically. So that's fine. Okay. Yes, that works. Tyrannosaurus is going on his own Hell Creek Island, probably. That's kind of a future problem that I'm not thinking too much about right now. We'll figure it out when the time comes. Okay, so yeah, we'll process this. If Troodon gets finished, do I want to put Troodon in the park? I don't know if I'm going to bother making a whole new island for Troodon yet. What we could do... We could deal with Troodon and Dakotaraptor at the same time. Yeah, two couples of Albertosaurus, but they're both gay. That could work, yeah. That's good headcanon. I kind of like that. That's funny. Let's do the amenity one. That's always free. Wait, what was my other contract? Oh yeah, breeding like 15 dinosaurs. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Buildings in place. We're a professional outfit, and we need world-class facilities.
Okay, so these are like capped out completely, actually.
Proving yourself to be a valuable
That's 100%. These are also... No, wait, they're not completely capped. Oh yeah, this one's at 200. Okay, so we have a little room to grow here. That's great. All right, and Saurolophus was automatic, right? So we should be able to dig that up. So what is the situation here with dig sites? So this one has fossils back in it for Atrociraptor and Saurolophus. There's Anzu. No sign of the other Hypacro dig site yet, but there's still some other stuff locked here. I wish you could click these to like find out which research node is specifically is these dig sites. I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna stress out at all about like the Hypacro DNA not being finished. We'll worry about that if it's still a problem when we're at past like 4 stars. We'll worry about it. Otherwise, we'll just keep an eye out for it showing up regularly. For now, let's just go get Saurolophus. And then, yeah. So none of these really matter. I guess we process the Troodon in case I decide to put it in. It is done. So we could put it in. I just don't think I'm gonna. Kamara, 7 and 2. There we go. Perfect. All right, let's wrap this episode up here then. We've had a fruitful session that has taken 2.5 hours to get 40 minutes of video, but that's what happens when you like get into building like a whole section of the park, right? Especially when you rebuild it like 3 times. Is there Saurolophus in Asia? Good question, actually. Good question. Let's answer that real quick before we end video. Because there is Saurolophus in Asia. Yes. Okay. Namet has the other subspecies of Saurolophus. So that'll get us nothing else useful, but okay. Yeah, so let's dig up everything we can from the main dig site, though. The North American one. Because this one is shared with the Atrociraptor, right? So we'll just push all of those. And then when this one's completely empty, we'll do the Asian dig site. But yeah, good call on the Saurolophus there. I did not remember that, but actually, you know what? I don't know if I would have remembered that. Let's leave it there.